Hey everyone, it's me, the Otaku Fango, here to review episode 22 of Boku no Hero Academia Season 2. So, with this episode we have more matchups with teachers against students, and the first one is where we pick up with Tokuyami and Suyu, or however you say her name, Frog Girl, and them against Ectoplasmic Dude thing, yeah. That was interesting how all that played out. Basically how they won was that, Frog Girl threw up the handcuffs, and Ectoplasmic Dude brought out this, like, giant version of himself after, like, all his clones were defeated. And Tokuyami's Dark Shadow took the handcuffs and got that guy handcuffed, and they win. So yeah, it was pretty simple and everything, but everything before that was really entertaining to watch. See those two work together, where how, you know, Dark Shadow's the attacker, and then, you know, if anything gets close to Tokuyami, you know, Suyu's there to get rid of it all, because, you know, it's the close quarters combat that he can't necessarily do per se. So that's interesting. And after that we got to see a little bit of Ida's and the dude with the weird tail thing against some machinery guy. I don't know, it was interesting. The way they decided to do it was escape, just, you know, be like, hey, we can't defeat him, so you get out, and the way they did that was Ida just basically threw him and they won, and I was like, cool. But the most entertaining one definitely was Todoroki and Yaoizoru against Aizawa, Mr. Aizawa, and yeah, that was, quite something, really, seeing those two work together, and I still don't understand why people ship those two, Todoroki and Yaoizoru. I've seen several pictures of it and seen people talk about it. I'm like, I don't get why people ship them, but okay, you know, whatever. And the way they decide to defeat him, well, first of all, Yaoizoru, she's, you know, kind of losing her confidence from the whole, the tournament arc, and how she kind of lost and everything against, Tokuyami and all that stuff, and so she just thought, you know, hey, Todoroki can make up the plan and I'll just follow along. But she had her own plan, but she was too afraid to say it. And once Todoroki gets captured by Mr. Aizawa, that's when she's like, goes back and like, hey, I have a plan. And he's like, okay, let's hear it, let's do it. And her plan is basically, have this catapult, have his, like, kind of his material thing that he uses for his whatever, and basically turn it into this thing where it captures him. And I'm like, okay, that's cool, I guess, and using Todoroki's fire to make it the material turn into the thing that captured him. And I'm like, okay, so your plan worked out, and there was whole, like, they covered themselves so he couldn't erase their quirks, and yada yada yada, and I'm just like, okay, so you two work pretty well together. And, yeah, that was definitely the most interesting part of the episode, is those two, working together, and it's just like, yeah, okay. That happened, and also Mr. Aizawa definitely could have defeated them, because he noticed she made a mistake and she missed, like, hitting the rope on the first time on the catapult, and he totally could have just taken them out just then, but he didn't. He allowed himself to be captured, pretty much, because he's a big softie, like that nurse lady said. Yeah, so we get to see a glimpse after the credits of, Uraraka's and that one dude with the laser beam in his navel or whatever, and man, he's really just, he is not a good matchup for Uraraka, like, in helping her at all. He did absolutely nothing, to help. He tried, he really tried, but he didn't, and I'm just like, she should not be paired up with this dude. Should be like Deku or something. But, no, Deku's gotta be paired up with Bakugo. But anyway, they're trying to figure out how to defeat 13, and as she's, like, sucking them into the black hole, and then he, asks Uraraka, the guy with the blonde hair, the naval dude, I don't know what his name is, because in Ochaka's mind, she's thinking, oh, what would Deku do, you know, in this situation? And then he's like, hey, you're probably thinking, you know, what would Deku do? Do you like him? And then I'm like, oh, oh boy, because I ship Deku and Uraraka real bad, so I'm just like, I wonder what she'll answer. But anyway, that was this episode pretty much. It was very entertaining, and we have more matchups to come in the next one. So what do you guys think of this episode? What do you think's gonna happen next? Who's gonna win? Who's possibly gonna lose? And I'll see you guys in whatever I review next. Bye!